You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's American Idol After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's American Idol After Show.
What's up, Idol Junkies? Thank you for joining us. Now, as you may know, Bing is about doing, and we are doing another after show for the AfterBuzz TV Network. This is American Idol Season 11, Episode 17. I'm JC. Oh, I get an applause. What's up, guys? I'm JC Rubio, and joined by my partner in crime, as always, Mr. Mark E. Allen. Nice.
What's going on?
Not much, man, but we forgot one person, man. The head man, the brains in this outfit, Mr. Paul Arrow. Give it a Paul. Come on, Paul. Give yourself some applause there. Oh, fantastic. All right, guys, we've got a lot of show for you tonight, and from 25 down to 13. And before we get into tonight, let's talk about last week a little bit. The hits and the misses. And
yeah, last week was it was good. I mean,
anyone that you were surprised that got booted off?
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say I was surprised. It was a heartfelt moment, and we had to say bye-bye to Bailey Brown.
I
the
know.
one that I was pulling for. I mean, in the very beginning, she definitely deserved to be there, and it just seemed like the last couple weeks were a little bit of a struggle for her, and it didn't work out.
I was pulling because we're boys, boys, and I knew you were really like I had
my hopes up.
You had her, and I was just like, I think the pressure of the moment just got to her.
I think so too, and that's kind of when they brought out like the big guns like Jessica Sanchez and those people who just even made it seem like just maybe it wasn't her time. So bye to Bailey Brown.
That was your loss. Okay, I'll give you one. Yours was, I think, yours is gonna hurt more because I thought she was great.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was quirky. Mine was Creighton. Remember the goofball?
Yeah, Creighton. It was. He was
too quirky.
He was. Yeah, I guess it didn't work out because they had to cut a lot of people, and then you know what? And when they kind of broke it down and got to the wild card, and 6 people got to perform again, and I thought Reed Grimm might have slipped through, but not this time.
You know what caught me? Jimmy Iovine. You know what? He was speaking the words I was thinking the whole time. Because I kind of feel like I'm the bad guy sometimes on this show. I feel like I'm too critical, but then I listen to what he has to say, and I'm just like, he's spot on. Reed, we love Reed. He's cabaret, a little cabaret, little lounge. No, not cabaret, more like loungy.
Right. Yeah. I mean, because you definitely want to see what he's going to do each time, but it wasn't like something crazy good every time. So I understand, and I just like the fact that he played a bunch of instruments and was always a performer. But I definitely think they got it right though, as far as the performers.
You brought up about Jeremy Rosado that you really liked his "Save Me" song.
Yeah, absolutely.
He brought it.
Yeah, he came out with the song that he did prior, and it really worked for me. I think was it Carrie Underwood was the song? Do you remember what song he did?
I'm trying to remember. Gosh, it was like 6 days ago. I'm trying.
But yeah, I think it was a Carrie Underwood song, and I never would think in a million years that he would sing it. And he blew me away the first time he sang it, and he had to sing that song. If he's gonna sing any song, it was that one, and it got him through. And I like him a lot. I just like having him around, just like I like having you around.
Oh, man.
It's comfortable.
Dude, you make me feel like $100.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Let's go chop some wood and talk about the Bears and stuff. No, but we're here to talk about Idol. So yeah, I kind of agree with you with what we saw last week, but that was last week.
Yeah.
Let's talk about now. Let's talk about this week. The boys. We're gonna break it down tonight. The boys, then the girls, and we got a little something special at the end. So let's see what you think. What did you think about the boys overall?
I thought they were good. I mean, tonight was a rough night. the guys had to sing Stevie Wonder songs, who's a living legend and who can just sing anything and make it sound good. So I don't know. I had my hopes up for a couple of the different performers, and it got better towards we went on. It felt like it definitely built.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the very first performance was solid. I felt like Joshua, who came out and for me had the best vocals for the guys of the night. Yeah,
okay.
and but after that, it seemed like everybody was just okay. But it's a hard thing to live up to Stevie Wonder. So
yeah, I mean the whole night as we were watching the show, it seemed like I was like, is it you or me? Our energy seems like usually we're like joking and pointing some stuff out, but it was just kind of like low key.
Yeah, we even talked about in an earlier episode who are they gonna are they gonna bring back? Are they gonna have like a night for Whitney Houston and the big artists? But they came out the very first show.
Too soon?
Yeah, I feel like it's too soon just because. As you go on throughout the tournament of American Idol, everybody gets better. Everybody gets to work with vocal coaches. They get better because they get more confident and they're constantly performing, so they're in the zone. And everybody is still kind of on their heels right now. So I guess I thought it was too soon because it's such a high level to live up to. So.
I almost thought that they were almost going through the motions of the production idol Nigel Lithgow and whatnot of just. We got to get this Whitney Houston night out of the way, but
right.
I think they could have given her just a little bit more of a tribute per se because she was such a huge artist.
Right.
And this is in remembrance of her. I think they could have just made it a little bigger than what it was. So maybe push it back later into the season and give it that gravity, that gravitas.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's like they always say, like those big artists like Adele or like Whitney Houston don't sing those people.
Right.
And then they come out with the very first episode of with the top 13. And you have to sing these huge, crazy songs. So, but the thing is, some people made it happen.
Yeah. And we'll get to that later. We're excited about the Whitney Houston stuff because there were some, I don't want to say it's a surprise, but the performance was so amazing that it left us speechless, and it was a surprise for me. So, but with the boys, Josh, he's great. His vocals are spot on. And last week I was afraid of him being too maybe screamy, and they have to restrain him. They have to pull him in a little bit. And today I thought he was great, but a little churchy.
Yeah,
well, I felt a little bit of a gospel vibe to him.
I think that's what he is, though.
How is America going to take that? How could he become an American Idol with such a church overtone? Undertone. I'm sorry.
It's like. Should he shape himself differently to win American Idol? If you want, it's like on the radio. If you wanna do your own style, or do you want to write a pop song that's gonna go on the radio? You have to kind of find your median right there. So sometimes an artist has to do things that other people like to hear first, and then kind of go into their own lane. But I don't know. I feel like we got exactly what we thought we'd get from him.
Right. I just feel like he's like handled with care because he's so good. I want him. I want him to go to the end. To the end. He could win it.
Yeah.
But
he's that good.
Yeah.
This was a different vibe from him. With the fast-paced song, upbeat, and so that was cool to see. So I thought it was a good way to start off the show, and he did exactly what we thought. I thought he would do with it.
No, and I had him as I broke him down like good 50-50 and not so much.
Yeah.
And he was good. He was definitely a great.
Well, and he even kind of at the end tried to pull together and do some runs at the end because I think he was missing that throughout his performance because that's what he's used to doing. And he kind of he threw that in at the end just so they could get a little taste of it. So. I don't know, my hat's off to him. He did good. He did good on a hard night.
Well, moving on to a startup great first performance now. Jermaine, who he was the 25th contestant. They pulled him in and they had said no to him at first and they brought him back. I think he's getting better.
Yeah, I think so too.
For me, I just think he is. There's something I remember. I forgot what you were saying about that. Was he connecting or not connecting?
Yeah,
to
I just felt like And I personally I was surprised to see that he made it into the top 10 with America's votes. He definitely has something different to bring to the show, which I like, and he definitely can sing. He he just wasn't connecting with the audience. I mean, that's a hard thing to do, especially with a song maybe that he just learned or whatnot. But yeah, knocks me off my feet. He came out with this red MJ jacket on, it looked like. But yeah, it was a cool, smooth performance for me. Like wow, this guy can really sing, and he was was staying in his lane. But yeah, it just didn't feel like he connected with the song or connected with the audience to kind of make them feel what he was singing.
See, maybe like a MJ big and tall, because the boy's like 6'8". He is like, seriously, he's like the Blindside guy, and he's got like the deepest voice. It's like, I don't know if you've caught some of the show, Paul. He's got like this Barry White like little baritone that I could never do. It's like Darth Vader that can sing, and he's soft as a teddy bear too. So he's like perfect. He's got a niche. Idol's never heard anything like him before. Exactly. They say that every week about the guys. So definitely, I think he'll be fine next week.
Yeah, I like how kind of goofy he is. He's a gentle giant, and it makes us root for him because he's different.
I don't think he takes criticism very well, though. I think it really hurts him. I think that's what I'm worried. If he hits like a rock week, what's going to happen when he hits a rock week?
Well, I mean, I think we've already seen how low it can go when they told him he's not coming back.
Right.
So that was like the very bottom. So now I think anything that happens, he's going to think, oh, no, they'll probably bring me back anyways.
All right, so we're worried. Be soft on the gentle giant, because the next guy who's spewing fire is Colton.
Yeah.
I think that boy can storm off the weather. He can take the criticism, because this was a hard week for him.
Absolutely, yeah.
Very hard.
Well, because even going into it, they're like, what is Colton going to do? What is Phillips going to do? Because this is not their genre at all. But Colton really, I mean, he wasn't behind a piano again, so that was kind of cool to stay out of his comfort zone and started getting comfortable out of his comfort zone. And at the beginning it was kind of shaky for me, but he definitely was just like executing the song. Once it got a little bit bigger into the song, into the chorus and the bridge, it really felt like he was executing each note, and it was good for me. What did you think overall?
I had him as a 50-50.
Yeah.
It was not enough so much, but more of a 50-50. He just the last fourth was good. For me, the first 3/4 of the song did not work for me at all. He was struggling, trying, like J-Lo kept saying it the whole night, trying to marry the genre, like who Colton is and Stevie Wonder. That is a hard. I mean, I don't know how you mix that. It's oil and water. And that last part of the song, he went to what he was who he is as an artist.
Right.
I think a lot of people were trying to impersonate the artist, and that's where they would run into trouble.
Yeah.
You don't want to hear an impression of the artist, because the artist is going to win every time.
Right, exactly.
And I like Colton last week a little better. He's 50-50, but not unfortunately, but he has a huge fan base.
Absolutely, yeah. He's definitely one of the most relevant artists that they have on the show. You can see can make an album and whatnot. Obviously, he can sing, but I thought it was as good of a rock performance as he was going to do with the Stevie Wonder, song.
It just sounded to me like Casey and JoJo version of lately, especially like the first half. Like he's got the tween market, and he's got Paul over here he's kind of like secretly a fan. But we'll get to that. Sorry, Paul will see. He'll squash me like a grape, so I bruise like fruit. Paul, I'm sorry about that.
And the one thing about Colton is that he was doing all those big notes towards the end, and then you thought he was going to go big at the end, and then he kind of took it back and did a falsetto note, which is like, I guess, he switched it on him and showed something different that he hasn't done before. So,
and he gave him Magnum at the end. He gave him that look.
Yeah, he did. You got to look in the camera and just give America what they want.
it was Blue Steel meets Magnum, and like all the girls.
Yeah.
But okay, so you see the roller coaster of tonight so far. I think the good, great, and DeAndre, what'd you think? Good, great.
I don't know. They love him, and I would love to see him live. I think he's good, and he definitely has some things that I don't know anybody else that can do this stuff that he does. His performance tonight was good. It was fun for me. It wasn't anything memorable, because he didn't show off a lot of that stuff. It was more like a fun, funky, dance around song, and I mean, to his credit, I mean, I think it fit. It wasn't anything vocally crazy, though.
Okay, so you were like, it was okay. Like kind of so for you. All right. Dude, this man is so wrong. I totally disagree, and I'm gonna tell you why. I thought his performance was great throughout, except for the last note. Everything was fan.
What was wrong with the last
I
note?
just hope this isn't all too good to be true.
Ooh, is that Chris Hansen? Yes. Dang, little Dateline. See, we're hard-hitting news here, folks. We're not just pop, fluff, and stuff. We're a little bit of everything in a bag of chips. All right. DeAndre, it was fun. He's always doing the max, like they said, he's always doing Maxwell and like that, the falsetto, and he's very serious about it.
Right.
This was fun. It was another side of him, and he pulled it off. That last note, he just was indecisive of maybe what to do, or like he just ended it. Even J-Lo said, "You just ended it. What happened?" It's like you pulled the rug from underneath us, and I think it was good. Do I think he's the best singer of the bunch? No, I don't. I don't. Prove me wrong, please. But I thought he was one of the better performers tonight. It made me feel good watching him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with the lineup he had before, it was kind of easy. But well, he followed Shannon tonight. But I feel like he definitely has his own style, and he executed it well. It was a good performance for me. It wasn't anything great, but it was fun. There was nothing wrong with it. I mean, did I change my mind since then?
I don't know. I just felt like doing that.
But yeah, I just like that he has a different style.
Okay.
And he's sticking to it. So it was good. Overall, good for me.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Yeah. Make sure. I don't know. Can they tweet us in this room? We can even get tweets. Sweet. Tweet us or call us at 424-256-1729. 17. What's that? 1633. I'm
Close.
corrected. Sorry. Math was never my subject. All right, but now nice little segue into numbers and math.
Yes.
Hey, June, was that bad?
Yeah. Speaking of number 9.
There we go.
Yeah. He's in the top 13. June, I wasn't sure if he was going to make it in.
Okay, we could be surprised. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to make the top 13 either. So he was a surprise.
He's smart. He's like the character that has to be in the show.
Yeah.
I don't know. He had a kind of a cool setting today for all is fair in love, and he had the strings behind him, and he had good parts.
Okay. But
I don't know, just like he lost me. It was very boring for me in the very beginning. I was bored. I was like, what? And then at the end, he pulled it together and did some notes, but I don't know.
Okay. That's this is weird because usually you and I are pretty like kind of on the same page for most of the stuff. So this is awesome disagreement. Yes,
bring it.
No,
What you think?
I thought he was better than last week. I by far. The start. Maybe because it's challenging that those low starts, those low notes, they're hard for most of the singers to hit. It seems like they're always good for those big and the final notes. I thought he last week he did Angels.
Yeah,
Robbie Williams, and that was
that was weak for us, but
that was a fail for us. And I like this one. I like the first half of it. He lost me in the middle, and then he ended strong. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I definitely feel like it got better towards the end.
We even both picked up the same note he sang.
Yeah.
We both said it was like a Brian McKnight
Yeah, it's a
song.
Brian McKnight in there, which is always good.
Yeah. That was random because Brian McKnight hasn't had a hit since like '93. So no, I'm just kidding. B McKnight, please, I love your music. He and then Take
Everyone
6
loves his
and all
music.
that. Yeah, I'm all about that. But he's gonna stick around.
Yeah, I think so. Well, number one, it wasn't a bad performance. It was boring in the beginning and got better towards the end. But this dude plays the game. He plays the game like nobody plays the game. Like everybody's coming out there trying to sing their best song, and he's trying to do that too. But on the back end, he brought the pictures to Jimmy and Mary J, and just he's funny. He's always comedic, and he's fun to watch because you're like, what is he gonna say next? What is he gonna do?
Think he'll have a future outside of Idol?
I don't know.
Second part of that question.
I think that
Your answer, please.
I don't know. No.
Oh no, I'm sorry. The correct answer is yes.
Oh, it is? Like what? What else could he do?
I don't think he's gonna act. I think he's gonna be an actor. He's gonna be a comedic act. He's got something there.
Yeah,
he's
I
gonna
definitely
have a
think
fan
so too,
base.
yeah.
He's gonna be not Constantine Maroulis, who sang off off Broadway,
Uh-huh.
but he'll have something. I guarantee there's something there with the guy.
Yeah, they'll use him for a movie after.
Jimmy Ivy.
Just like that Chicken Little dude was in that college movie or something.
Yes, direct to video. Loved it.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was like Project X, but not so much.
Yeah, and now that was his career.
Yeah, we'll see. I think he'll have a fan base. I really do.
I'm a fan just because I want to see what he's gonna do. So I mean, and we know he can sing.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I mean, you liked it better than I did. So.
I'm right. No, and if you guys disagree, make sure to tweet us. But let's move on to our surprise.
Yeah.
The guy that you never know what you're gonna get with him, but he is the sweetheart of the group.
Absolutely.
Jeremy Rosado.
Yeah, he can do some crazy things. Those big notes
But
really did it for me tonight.
But he was singing "Ribbon in the Sky."
Ribbon in the Sky.
I called it during the commercial. Remember, I was
You did.
like, "He's gonna sing Ribbon in the Sky."
You did that a few times.
Yeah,
That's good.
I don't know,
That's your thing.
Some psychic or something. I don't know. Maybe I should do that instead of like I used to be a former bad actor and now I'm a mediocre host, so maybe I'll be an
cool.
excellent psychic.
Ooh, that'd work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You guys let me know.
Write that
So-
down. I have a friend that's a psychic that can hook you up.
Really?
No, I don't.
Okay. Damn, man, I went with you, but no.
Jeremy Rosado.
Yes.
I like him a lot. I know he can sing some crazy stuff. Tonight, I really liked his performance. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was rooting for him. That's what I wrote down. Love the first line. Lost me after that.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
it
he picked
was
it up at the end.
Yeah, it was pitchy in spots. But I even heard like a little Stevie in his voice, little Stevie Wonder in his voice. So I mean, that's who he was singing. So he kind of brought that to it. He has so much passion when he sings.
Yeah.
It makes you just feel it when he's singing. And for the most part, I thought it was good.
I wonder what his genre is gonna be. What's
I don't know.
Is it pop? Is it gonna be dance? Do you think he might be dance? Because
I don't think so. I don't know. It just he really kills those ballads. So that I mean.
Mm-hmm. So like you're saying like let's see if you know this reference, or maybe Paul, an old school like Stevie B. Like, do you remember he used to sing "Because I Love You"? Okay, I'm a host, not a singer. Paul is just shaking his head. He's like, "Man, get me out of this room. Are we on commercial yet?"
I don't know that song, but you can sing it again for all of our viewers.
No,
What was that again?
I gave it up for Lent. Repeating what that's it. No. Because I love you.
Oh, there it is.
Thank you.
Spot on.
Your American Idol is not me.
JC.
Yeah, and Randy agreed with me here.
Wait, was that a air piano you were playing?
Yeah.
Air keyboard?
Well, I was gonna do like the airs, the keyboard tie, like Will Ferrell and
Ooh.
Zoolander, since we've been referencing Zoolander, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Because he invented the keyboard tie. That's right.
Next time.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah.
There's always next time.
It's a plethora of references here, folks. And seriously, if you play Seen It, maybe you can hang out with us because there's a lot of references thrown at you
Got
every
to.
episode.
You got to.
Okay, Randy and I agreed. Randy said, "Not your best." I didn't believe it.
Yeah, I believed it. I was rooting for him. I felt like he came through, and I liked it. I liked
Okay.
it. I like him. I like it.
So he's maybe safe. He's gonna be safe.
Oh, he's definitely safe because he's.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can. Okay, I have him in my trouble category.
I think
so
he-
next week we can find out.
Yeah.
Which one of us?
Even if he is bottom two, they're gonna save him. I
because
think.
J-Lo loves him.
Yeah.
All right. Well then, does Whitney sing "Save the Best for Last"? No, I think it was Vanessa Williams. You ever heard that one?
Mm-hmm.
Look, Paul. Paul's got it. Yes.
I know the song.
Yes. Philip Phillips. For me, I thought he was the best guy.
Total performance. Total. We were in his. We were here. We were watching it. It was like his own concert. Like that's exactly what you get. Is him as an artist. He stays in his lane, but then brings it. How they were talking about take your you as an artist, and then Stevie Wonder and marrying them. It was awesome. It was awesome to watch.
You even called the song too. So he did. Was it He did Superstition.
Superstition, yeah. And
Ooh.
at first going into it, I was like, he has to follow Jessica Sanchez, who we'll get to later.
Ooh.
But it's like that. Nobody wants to do that. He did it better than anybody else could because for him it's not all about vocals. He was killing the vocals though, and kind of doing that. He plays his guitar up here and just but he he had another guitar player and a bass player on either side of him, and it was just a rocking performance. Superstition just plays itself anyways. Ooh. Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, he slayed it. I loved it. I've been a big Philip Phillips fan. I'm back on the bandwagon because week 1 I loved him when he did Thriller.
This is right in his lane. This is what he does. He takes a song, he flips it, makes it his own, and just brings you right to his show. You're at his show for that time, because there was a lot of artists today that came out there, a lot of the contestants, and they get lost on stage, or you kind of like you get bored. There's a lot of stage to fill, and he's just up there, and you have to watch him. I don't know if it's him playing the guitar, him just being. It was a great performance.
Yeah, he ended the show, of course, and they always say someone to close out the show, someone to open it. So I think from now on I'm going to start looking at who opens and closes. Then okay, they're going to be good now because they just made a statement. I feel like he's going to he's this generation or. Wow, this is a bold statement. I got to say it now. I'm halfway there. He's going to take that torch from Dave Matthews and kind of run with it a little bit, Yeah,
because he has that same vibe, and he sounds like him sometimes too.
Yeah,
he's got that same vibe. Dave Matthews, like Jack Johnson with the acoustic guitar, and he's just fun to watch. We lost him for like Hollywood Week was rough for him to get through, but he definitely belongs in this competition. We need him. If we didn't have him in there, there's nothing.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of really good singing. And Joshua Ledet, we were big fans. I think he's fantastic, but just someone who has a spark.
Yeah,
kind of like Skylar for the girls. Like last week, she just gives those performances that make you get out of your seat.
Yeah, and you wanna see what he's gonna do with whatever song he does that week.
There was one thing I didn't like about the performance, though.
What's that?
And maybe you could answer this. Is there a difference when you're in I imagine there is, but in a studio with like Mary J and Jimmy, is it Jimmy Iovine?
Yeah.
Okay, and the stadium where they're singing on stage. Like I noticed that most of the performances weren't as good on the stage as they were when they were in private with Mary J and Jimmy.
Well, I mean, they might show the best too, but a lot of them, it seemed like when we were in the studio with Mary J and Jimmy, it seemed like it would show them having trouble with the song at first. And they would tweak them a little bit, and they would show the best part of that.
Okay.
Just to make you want to watch the rest of the performance. So, I don't know. That's what it seemed like for me. You didn't think that was smart. He was doing great you thought it was better in the little.
Oh, I skipped over the part what I didn't like. I didn't like the electric guitar. I think they could have taken away a little bit of the accompaniment at first, but then at the end it worked. But for me, the electric guitar was the only part that didn't work for me because he's a guy who doesn't even need that much.
Right. Yeah.
He can do it either way, but at first I was like, I didn't like the guitar at first.
I liked it just because it just kind of lit it up, and I don't know, with like with the rest of the stage and how it was set with all the lights and everything too. I don't know. I guess you just wanted to kind of build more. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Thank you. But so much.
Because I think he's gonna have some cool performances with just him and the acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
Later on the road, but I think to close out the show, they needed to have a big bang, and that's.
You've got the strategy down. You've got he's got a voice of an American Idol, but the strategy of someone from Survivor. Love it. that's smart.
I'm gonna blush now too. But yeah, he best guy performance for me. I'm not saying vocally.
Okay.
But we'll get that all that stuff later.
All right, you want to get this? So let us move to the fair of the two groups, the ladies. Yes. What'd you think overall for the ladies?
Ooh. I was not feeling it, man. It was like the guys, it got better towards the end, but it just wasn't. It wasn't their night for me.
Yeah.
Even though there was some great performances, but there was very few.
I know.
I mean, overall, what did you think?
See, once again, I think your observations, I don't know if maybe I'm too quick to shoot the gun or something, because from the beginning I was like, oh, the girls. I kept on saying the girls are going to win, but the guys, for the second week in a row, I think were the stronger group of the two.
Yeah.
And the judges might disagree. I don't know if the judges said last week they said they were too lenient on the guys. And I disagree. I just think the guys overall,
I think as a group they're better, but there is some really strong girls that just really like. It's like, all right, the guys are all right up here. The girls, it's like this and like this. There's like those strong performers, and some of them that are in trouble that I didn't think were going to be in trouble until I saw their performance.
And you're spot on, because I'm going to go with the first person who kind of surprised me. I thought she was strong, and tonight. Not so much.
Yeah.
At least Testone.
Yeah, she was very unsure of herself throughout the performance, and she had one song that she was going to do, and then they ended up having her change it, and she doesn't have to, but I mean, obviously you're going to take what they say.
Right.
And it's hard to learn a song in 5 days when you're doing a bunch of other stuff and come out there and sing it like you've known it forever.
Mm-hmm.
She was losing me the whole time.
But she's a veteran, and I found that kind of intriguing. The fact that she slightly blamed the change as to her faulty performance, but she's a vet. She's 28, so it's the last year for her for Idol, and she's a professional singer. She sings,
right? And she even said that too, like there's no excuse for it, but she was kind of just stating the facts. But yeah,
bad week for a good singer, or maybe just not.
I think so, yeah, because I mean it's Whitney Houston.
Yeah,
like at first, nobody wants to sing her songs anyways, and the ones that do usually fail. But she has such a cool tone, and that is the only thing that kind of saved her. Like we saw some cool tone parts in it, but man, come on,
she knocked out Jennifer Hirsch last week. She lost.
Yeah,
she knocked her out.
Sorry about that.
It's all right, Jen. Okay, kidding. No, but
yeah.
No, for me, Elise sounds like Taylor Dane kind of meets this jazz singer named Diana Krall, and it's she's got that like almost, I don't want to say smoky voice, but like a
it is, yeah, I feel the same way.
Like a deeper, it's not, and I don't want to say manly at all, even though I just said it, but it's more of a baritone to her voice,
right?
Which there are a couple girls like that too, and some that did better than others, tonight, but. Yeah. At least I hope I said hopefully America keeps her, because she
definitely has something. She got something to offer. She's got such a cool tone, and she's got a good range too. It's just for this, it was like, wow, she just learned that song yesterday. You can tell because she doesn't know it.
Yeah, and honestly, we were talking about her being knocked out possibly by, of course, the next person.
Yes.
EVP. There we go. Erica Van Pelt.
You're a huge fan of Erica Van Pelt.
I've liked her from the beginning.
Yeah,
I liked her voice. I liked her tone. I liked just what she brought.
Mm-hmm.
And now, at least the last few weeks is just really. I thought she was kind of taking over,
taking the lead. Yeah.
Yeah, but now Erica wants to. And remember, Erica she was a wild card.
Mm-hmm.
So America is disagreeing with us slightly. So I don't know if it's because vocally I think she's there. Maybe just her presentation. Maybe I thought maybe they didn't have her in the right outfit, and maybe that stuff kind of even sways people. I think sometimes,
right, yeah.
Unfortunately. But tonight
it seemed like she. I mean, it was okay for me, but I don't know. The beginning, she just it wasn't there for me. In the end, it seemed like she went and tried to go Whitney too much a couple times.
Dude, yes.
Is that what you're feeling?
Yes, the first half.
Yeah, it was like she tried to go Whitney, and you can't go Whitney.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I said she was, because what makes her beautiful is the rasp in her voice. And the first half, no rasp for me.
Yeah.
I thought the second half was better.
Mm-hmm. She was like a little bit too focused at the beginning, like making sure she's, I don't know, just
doing something. Yeah,
lost me.
Not being her. She was one of those people that was doing an impression at first.
But in the middle, she kind of grasped it a little bit when it was kind of talking about stuff that kind of related to her journey through American Idol. Mm-hmm. So that stuff, it felt like she actually meant it, and she forgot, she wasn't thinking for a second, and she actually was just being the song. So
right.
she actually, it felt like she was in the zone for a little bit. But then she lost it again from me.
So you lost it, okay? Because J-Lo said the same. You and J-Lo. She said,
me and J-Lo hang out, so we just, we just seem kind of.
I've seen the pics. No, but
it's true.
No, it's true. But she was good. For me, she was. Oh, sorry, she was good. I'm saying it and spraying it. Sorry about that.
Say it, don't spray it, brother.
Yeah, but I don't know if I was being generous to the girls,
mm-hmm.
but yeah, I had her as good. So
well, if you're gonna, she was a lot better than the next person.
Ooh. And I give her such a hard time, and
yeah.
Today I wanted to treat her with the kid gloves because Shannon, I used to call her Migraine, and now she's Shannon Migraine,
mm-hmm.
and she's a beautiful young girl. She's fantastic, and tonight the nerves got the best of her.
Yeah.
She was. I mean, has that ever happened to you in a performance per se? Because you're great. You're a great singer, and you've.
I mean, there's some times where you're on stage, and there, if you have like some, and she's at this point in the show, that was the hardest song to tackle.
Right.
And since her genre is kind of like the Whitney Houston type of, she sings big ballads, so it's like she has to live up to that completely. Like she couldn't just turn it and make it her own, because her own is in the same lane. It felt like, but yeah, when you have to hit those big notes that you're unsure of, and then you go out there and if you think about it too much, it definitely gets in your head. And I've had those moments where you worry if it's at the top of your range, and if you don't hit it, it's not going to sound good, and then people are going to hear it because they're listening, and then times I'm on American Idol and 40 million people. So I don't know. I like the fact that she gets better every single week. This wasn't a great week for her, and they don't think she's. They even were worried about her. Out of all the girls,
Steven even said it.
Yeah,
that's weird because Steven's always
Steven loves everybody.
Yeah. Beautiful baby, beautiful. Yeah.
That was a good impression.
Thanks, I'll be here all week. No, yeah, he said crashed and burned.
Yeah, but I think that she has done enough, and she has gotten so much better than when she first started.
Mm-hmm.
That after she passes this week, I think that she's going to be around until next week, and she's going to be able to get back in her zone and do some cool stuff that she'll jump right back on the path.
Okay,
unless they have an Adele week next week, then I'm gonna be like, gosh.
No, I really think she's in trouble.
You think so?
I really do. Unfortunately, she has a huge following. I think her fan base is young, and I think those are the people that get out and vote. More than the older crowd.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
But because this is her strength, like you said earlier. It's the ballads.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going to happen when we get to some of the other stuff? I mean, well, that's country. I think she'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Rock. Could she?
I think she'll be fine.
Okay, I just shot myself in the foot. Wow, the host has lost all control.
No, but just like her performance today, staying in that same lane, and she was having trouble with the stuff with most of the notes once they got big, and then there was a key change that was even higher, and then it was like no, you just.
So if she makes it tomorrow, she's going to be probably safe for a little.
She's still in.
Okay.
She's going to be in for a while.
All right.
This was a bad week because it's the hardest week you can have.
Okay. All right. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to say whether she goes or not. We'll save that to the end. But someone who surprised me, for me, she was my favorite last week. Little Spitfire, Skylar Lane.
Yeah, she's just. Where do Broken Hearts go? I don't know, but I liked hearing about where she thought they went.
Yeah, I don't know. It's more like where did the song go for me the first half? For me,
and then it kind of blew up at the end. But I think Mary J. Blige was saying something about bringing the chorus down a little bit so she could sing it, but
she got in her head. You think maybe?
Maybe a little bit.
For me, the first half.
Mm-hmm.
She looked unsure. Even though J-Lo said she shows composure, I really thought compared to the studio, like you said, they show the best part in the studio with Mary J. When she did that little run in the studio, I got, as J-Lo would say, I got goosies.
Yeah, man. Goosies. But I thought the song was really cool for her to do it in a country way where it was kind of telling a story in the beginning, and she was kind of keeping it simple and let it build. I felt like, it was trouble spots, and this is the the big show, so you gotta bring it every time. But once she came out and hit those big notes, I just lost it.
So basically, we've always said they shouldn't do American Idol. It should be like America Idol Last Note.
Last Note, yeah. she was killing it. She did some crazy stuff at the end.
Yeah. For me, and I love her. I think she's a performer. She's gonna have a career after this. She's a little Reba McEntire
for sure.
But the difference in the song, for me, the first half was so lackluster for me, and the second was so good that it almost was jarring for me. So,
you can that ending was impressive. The whole ending was impressive. It's like, I don't know.
Last note of the year. Is it too early to give the superlatives for last note of the year? Give the award.
We could.
But
at that moment, like once you hit the ending, it was like that was the best moment of the show. To that point for me, it was like, wow, there's some. That's how you sing. That's how you pull it together.
I think I noticed that with you.
When I was standing up and going like this, waving my hands in the air.
Yeah, because he's like Cool Hand Luke. He's usually like, hey Mark, what's going on? What you think? It's all right. It's good.
It's
good.
Good.
Right. He's just like cool, man. And I'm usually the one jumping out because I'm wearing a pink shirt. I'm like, oh yes, it's great. But no, it made you jump, so that's cool.
Yeah, it was good.
But someone who surprised the little speaking of surprise, the little powerhouse.
Yeah.
Little Holly Kavanaugh.
Who we have only known for a few weeks, it feels like.
They do this. That's
Man.
another one.
She's in the same Jessica Sanchez category with that we didn't get to see her till later on. And did you feel like the whole thing was great? Did you 50-50? What's going on?
I'm the only guy in America that feels this way, I think, because we try not to tell each other our opinions throughout the show, so because we want to save it for the show, so you guys get to see what's on our mind fresh. I was okay with it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because she's got that Christina thing, and I thought Whitney would be perfect for her, but for me, just something. Because the judges loved her. I think you might have a different opinion than myself, but just something didn't. I think she's fantastic. I think she'll go on, but I want to see something else. Maybe it was.
I think compared to like the other girls, she definitely did it a lot better than they did, because there was a lot of big notes, and it felt like she hit most of them. But she's young. She's a young one too, isn't she?
Oh yeah, I think I want to say 18.
18, yeah. And I don't know, but she kind of falls in the category where she's with her and Elise and that kind of same. I feel kind of the same about them, yeah. But they're still kind of forgettable for me. Even like and then Shannon McGrain, who did terrible tonight, she's still I can still picture her every time. Like this one, and she's showing more and more. So she's got a great voice, and she definitely can build on that. And she just felt a little uncomfortable in spots, but I felt like it was a good performance.
Okay.
I can't sing like that. That was crazy. Some of that stuff she was hitting.
Obviously, that makes one of us, because I can belt to that.
Can.
Yeah, I got it, man.
Piano tie?
Oh yeah, piano tie, Holmes. No, but yeah, she's gonna be fine. Maybe I'm just turning into Simon this week, and I'm just giving her a hard time. But maybe it's the whole night. Just something that And just when I'd lost all hope on all the girls, we save it for Jessica Sanchez.
Yeah, you called this one too.
But
I didn't even think about it. But
before we go into that, let's save her.
Yeah.
Let's save her for the special segment, because this girl was so bad. I'm serious. We're going to go off forever on this one. So let's take a little bit of a commercial break. We'll come back with Jessica, a little bit something special, and our predictions. Keep it here.
AfterBuzz TV.
Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
Yeah.
All right.
What do you want to buzz about?
What do I want to buzz about? Oh, 2 words. Jessica Sanchez.
Let's do it.
This girl is getting her own segment. This is how incredible this woman is.
So ridiculous. At the beginning of the show, you're like, okay, we start off with a strong performer. They got to end it with Jessica Sanchez. However, Philip Phillips went after her because just the guy, girl. But the best girl of the night by far.
Wow. That's literally
unreal, man. It just the perfect girl for the perfect song.
Woo! Okay. I was born without tear ducts, so it's hard for me to cry.
Right? Yeah.
I've talked about that, but no.
She just sweats a lot.
Yeah, I sweat.
That's what he's doing.
I was sweating. I was like a hooker in church. It was bad. No. Seriously. Oh my God. I think it's going to be one of the top performances in Idol history.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely. Because that song, okay, so our special segment tonight is we're going to pitch Jessica Sanchez versus all the other people that have sang I Will Always Love You.
At least the ones we can remember right now.
Yeah, right now. Got a lot in our brains here. So in this battle royale, we have Dolly Parton, Jennifer Hudson.
Mm-hmm.
That 25. Well, you haven't seen the 25-year-old guy from.
So
there's a guy, you guys, on YouTube. He's 25 and he sings Whitney's song note for note. He's got this ridiculous falsetto that I'm serious, like dogs are like going crazy. And yes, and we had one more for our battle royale. Jennifer Hudson, Dolly, no, and well Whitney, but no, Whitney is no.
Obviously, she's the top.
Whitney's the top of the top. All right.
And then Jessica Sanchez. So
Jessica Sanchez versus Jennifer Hudson at the Grammys. What'd you think? Who sang it better?
Oh man, I feel like Jessica Sanchez did. Just because, I mean,
wow,
it was a simple performance for Jennifer Hudson. You know, I think she got the call the day before, and obviously she knew the song. And I'm a huge Jennifer Hudson fan. Like one of my favorite national anthems that I've ever heard. She just kills it. And I don't know, but this one was better for me because it seemed like Jessica Sanchez went a lot bigger than what Jennifer Hudson did at the Grammys.
Right.
She kind of kept it simple and sweet, but.
And that's unfair. And I'm sorry about putting you in that spot. Actually, it is unfair. Jennifer Hudson had another performance when she sang it to Whitney about 1.5 years ago, I believe. I don't know if it was in one of the award show.
Was it Grammy also?
It wasn't the Grammys. I don't know if it was maybe even the BET Awards, possibly. I don't know if Paul, if you knew, have you ever seen Jennifer Hudson do that version? Was it for the BETs?
I think it was for actually BET Honors.
Was the and like Whitney
Honors.
came up to her and like she was like just she was in the mode because Jennifer killed it. She killed it, but I'm telling you, I agree with you 100%. Even the Grammys performance by J Hud, which is tough, but it's J Hud. She sings every song well. But even that BET Honors, Jessica Sanchez outsang her.
Yeah, it seems like it was.
She hit these little. It was the nuances. It was like those last 3 notes that she hit.
Yeah, I've never. I mean, that was a sick ending for a great performance.
Ridiculous. And okay, so one for Jessica Sanchez.
Yeah.
Okay, Dolly's version.
I mean, I love country.
I know, that's
Dolly
why
Parton.
I know this. You're the country guy.
But I mean, Dolly's Dolly, and she'll do her own. She'll stay in her lane.
If you could take it to a deserted island, which version would you take? Maybe that's the game.
I'm going J Sanchez.
Oh, she's
still
2-0.
I mean, maybe we should have started slow instead of going right to J Hud. But you mean Dolly Parton? Who would you bring into the island?
Who would I bring to the island? That's a loaded question.
Yeah, okay. Whose voice?
Dolly would be a great flotation device. So did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
Well, it's true.
She did. Yeah, we all heard it.
Sorry. No, I would take Jessica Sanchez.
Yeah.
It was I was floating. I was like, if Kat Bayless was here, she'd be like, I got goose pimples, y'all. Kat is awesome. Hey, Kat, we're missing you. We need you here on the catwalk. Hopefully, we'll see you soon. But once again, Jessica Sanchez.
Yeah.
Just from the beginning to the middle, the song was perfect.
Yeah. And since everybody else, it just wiped everybody else out. But let me ask you this: was it more surprising to see Jessica Sanchez kill the song, or more surprising to see that 25-year-old dude on YouTube kill the song?
Oh,
there we go. Just did that to you.
That is true because it's been seen by millions of people. It's gone viral. It's been around for, I would say, a good year or so, and it's for like the Chinese Idol, I believe, or some sort of idol. Not
so it's on a stage and everything. It's not. Okay,
yeah, it's on a stage. And it was funny watching the judges on the show when he was done. It's hit millions of views. The judges are like, that's good. And if you guys are just listening to us, there's like no emotion. They're just, that's nice. So it was nothing that big, but he hit Whitney's notes. The guy is ridiculous. Like I don't know how he did it, but and it's an impressionation of Whitney. Jessica, albeit it's hard not to gravitate towards Whitney's version. I think Jessica she brought something to it, unique and beautiful to it. So I would even edge out the viral video of the guy who's singing it for Asian Idol. Jessica Sanchez slayed it.
She kills it.
She absolutely. in her performance, Steven said she's the one. She may be the one.
Yeah, well, he's like, all right, who do you think is, going to move on? And he said Jessica Sanchez and Jessica Sanchez, because it was that good.
Oh, like seriously, and you've been calling it. You said it from the get.
She stole my vote, man.
Mm-hmm.
Now that Bailey's gone, she stole all my votes.
He's a smart man. Like, so that is why he's the singer, and I just
flip-flopping.
just talk about it, man.
But yeah, they hid her from us for so long. And I'm still holding a grudge against American Idol.
They did.
But now Jessica Sanchez is on top.
All right. So we've already established who our top person was. Jessica.
That's right.
And for me, close, Phillips always sneaks in there for me for the guys, but we've talked about the good. Now let's talk about the bad in our unfortunate predictions portion of the show.
That's right.
And now your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, the time has come, guys. Who didn't you like for the guys? Because what they're doing this week, it's a little different. They're picking one guy and one girl in the bottom two. So whoever America gives the least amount of votes by each sex, those are going to be your two standouts. And then the judges have to vote who goes home. So ultimately, they're still playing with us, tweaking it a little bit. So give me two guys. Give me two guys who you think.
Two guys.
I made it harder. Give me two girls. How about that? Would that be easier?
All right. Well, I think Elise Testone.
Okay.
She's going to be. I think she's going home out of everybody.
Okay. All right.
Because I'm thinking not just what I think, but what America thinks and how it's going to come down to it. But I got her and another girl.
Another girl.
I don't know.
Okay, then I'll take it.
Oh, thanks for giving me time. I think I just have to go with. I think Holly. I think she's the bottom two girls overall. I mean, because I think Shannon McGrain doesn't deserve it, but she's not going to be at the bottom because she's.
Okay.
Those are the people I think are going to be the bottom two girls.
Okay. All right. So those are your bottom two girls.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go with my bottom two, Elise Testone.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sticking to my guns, Shannon.
And
I think, I personally, I think it's a singing competition.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with. Sorry, Shannon. I hate losing. I hate losing because it's gonna. I'm gonna be wrong. That's such a weasel way out for me. Because I think Shannon should go home. I just
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
Oh, yeah.
I think maybe she should go home, but I don't think she will.
All right, fine. She's got all the tweens in Paul's vote. So all right, now the guys. This is the hard one. Like seriously, it could take us an hour to deliberate, guys. So if you go get a cup of coffee, come back. We'll probably still be thinking about it. No kidding. Who are the guys?
I think the bottom guy is going to be Jermaine Jones.
Jermaine? Okay.
Yeah, I think he's going to be the very, very bottom. But I don't know who else could even be close. I mean, who, DeAndre? I don't know.
Ooh.
Who's at the bottom for you?
It's someone you like, man. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, yeah. See, I can't do that. I can't
Jeremy
take it there.
Rosado.
I can't take it there.
Jeremy Rosado, and it's because the guys were that good.
Yeah, there was a lot of really good stuff.
It's not necessarily that he was bad, even though I did knock his performance a little bit. I think he was not of everyone. All the guys were so good that for me, I had trouble with him. So I'm going Jeremy Rosado as my one. And I'm split. I'm gonna stick to my pad here. I'm gonna put Colton, and Colton's great.
Mm-hmm.
So then that makes my decision that much easier. So it's God, that's almost like a little reality show twist because I know Colton's not gonna go home.
Exactly, he can't.
So I think Jeremy, I think your time is done.
Jeremy, and I think Jermaine. So.
All right.
I guess we'll take until tomorrow, but.
Well, now remember, but which of the two? So who's Shannon? For me, I got to decide between Shannon and Jeremy.
Mm-hmm. And you're gonna go with?
Oh, sweet! So I won't look that wrong. I think Jeremy's gonna go.
You think Jeremy's gonna go? I think. Who would they send home between Elise and Jermaine?
Ah, there we go.
They just brought Jermaine back.
Yeah.
I think Elise Testone's out.
All right, Elise, Jeremy Farai.
Write it down.
Let us know if you agree or disagree. Tweet us. I'm going to definitely try to live tweet tomorrow the results so you guys can keep up, see what's going on now. That does it for another show. So, Mark, how can they reach you?
Find me on Twitter, Mark E. Allen, A-L-A-N. What about you, my man?
Hey, I am the Everyday Man at Twitter, and we are AfterBuzz TV. Find us there. And check out Mark's single. Definitely. Give us the name of the single.
The Streets on iTunes. Check it out.
All right, guys. See you next week.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.